It was Monday, the 13th of February, and I had a date. And no, the new thing I did that night was not go on a date, but ha ha ha, well done. That being said, I was not well versed in dating, and I think I'd watched too many indie romance movies to know that people didn't always enjoy going on dates with someone who's deliberately acting kooky. I picked up my date for the evening. Against their better instincts, my parents allowed me to borrow their car for the night, presumably because they hoped I was meeting my future wife. And when she got in the car, I proudly announced that I had got absolutely nothing planned for us whatsoever. At the time, I think I thought she'd be impressed by and attracted to this guy's spontaneous attitude. Looking back, I can see how I may have come across like I didn't care about how the night went or what we got up to, and maybe saying that I hadn't bothered to plan anything was an instant turn-off. So we drove around aimlessly, trying to find somewhere to go. She spotted a sign for an ice rink, and so it was decided that we would go ice skating, and I finally understood why most people plan their dates in advance. Spoiler alert, I couldn't ice skate. But I still agreed to go ice skating because if I said no to her suggestion, then that wouldn't exactly fit in with my new spontaneous persona. You can't say, we shall do whatever we chance upon this fine evening, and then when someone suggests ice skating, say, not that! I'd ice skated once before for only 5 minutes when I was 10, and I had to stop because I'd managed to stab myself in the back with my own ice skate while I was still wearing it. I still don't understand how I managed this, but I was, and still am, very gangly. I wasn't sure when would be a good time to bring up the fact that I couldn't ice skate. She was definitely going to figure it out because at some point I'd have to put ice skates on and go out on the ice and stab myself in the back in front of her, but a part of me hoped that maybe I'd be good at it. Maybe I'd suddenly be able to ice skate and she need not know that I'd never properly skated before. On the bright side, I've never seen someone laugh as much as she laughed that night. I did that thing when you just walk around the ice and you don't technically skate at all. I just walked like a normal person on normal ground, and then occasionally would lose my confidence and wobble all over the place like a baby giraffe that's just been born. Her words. She lapped me countless times, and during the course of the date, she mentioned that at the end of the week, she would be leaving the UK for a year, and I can only hope this trip was something she had planned before the date started. Now, because she was leaving the country, I thought it was best to get another date in quickly, so I asked if she was up to anything the following day. She said she was going line dancing and asked me if I'd like to join her, and I said yes right away, because that is what spontaneous people do. It was only once she'd left the car and I'd driven away that I realised that tomorrow was Valentine's Day. I was not allowed use of the car the following day, and so I had to ask my younger brother Stephen to give me a lift to line dancing. On my way, I received a text from my date telling me she would no longer be able to attend because her mum had thrown her a surprise Valentine's Day party, an excuse that I believed at the time, but don't worry, I am now fully aware that I got well and truly swerved.